Hi, this is Tanya from Love Buddha Tarot, back with the card of today for the 23rd of May 2016. Uh, First of all, can I just massive apologies for no cards last week. I was actually pretty poorly and wasn't able to do them. So I'm really sorry. I really missed you all, and thank you for all the messages that I got of sort of well wishes as well. They were really welcomed, and if I didn't get back to anybody, I'm really sorry. I'm going to go through everything today, but I was pretty poorly last week. So anyway, back with the cards. I feel almost human again today. I'm not going to say normal because I never feel normal, but I feel almost human today. So today I've used the Gilded Tarot deck. This is the tarot deck that I usually work with. I've worked with this deck for years. The card I pulled has actually already been out. I think it was last week or the end of the week before. So what I've done is I've pulled another card from the Osho deck. I love the Osho deck. Just for a little bit clarification. So the card for today is the Two of Swords. And the card that is sort of expanding on the message is compromise in the Osho deck. So, first of all, this Two of Swords. Now, we've had this out recently, and this card usually means that there is an important decision to make. I really feel this last sort of month or so, it's been, right, I want to go forward. No, I'm coming back. I want to go forward. I'm coming back. So it's not like two steps forward, one step forward, two steps back. It's sort of like this is self-imposed, I really feel. So it's like, it's a little bit fear coming in or a little bit frightened to take that first step. So the good thing is Mercury has actually gone direct yesterday. So things are going to be a lot easier. So like I say, this stuck feeling should actually be starting to move. But you have to put sort of the wheels in motion yourself as well. You can't just sit back and let the universe wait for the universe to do this. So this actually talks about this decision that you have to make. A lot of indecision around with this as well. And what I want to say is there's no point closing your eyes here. You need to open them. This is going to be what will benefit you massively. Burying your head in the sand will not work this time. So it's about being like diplomatic as well. And as I mentioned last time, maybe write lists, write the pros and cons of things. And also really try to change your way of thinking as well. Because when this card appears, it's often we can be being a bit stubborn. We can be digging our heels in, there's never any winners or losers within this card, so it's not a chance of winning or not a case of winning, sorry, but it's a case of stopping this stuckness, because that's what I'm feeling. It's stuckness, so it's like being in no man's land, being in limbo, like nothing's happening, everything's just slowed down. But this is because you aren't actually putting the action in yourself as well. So all this is doing is really like postponing the inevitable, and sort of trying to put it off, but it's going to happen, it's going to happen. And if you don't make a decision, then what normally happens is the universe gets sick of waiting for you to do it. It'll come in, and then you get hit with the Tower card or something like that, where it's completely taken out of your hands. So it's a good idea for actually you to start making the changes first, and then it will be a lot smoother. Nobody likes to sit and wait for the Tower card. So every choice that you make does have a price here, but I feel that the cost of denying making this choice, or the cost of denying making this movement, is the fact that you are living in a self-limiting world. Your world is closed and you aren't going anywhere with it. Now, if we look at the card here, like I say, I really like this deck, but the swords are crossed here, and we can see a moon underneath it. Now, the moon is very significant, because when we get the moon in tarot, it indicates our fears, it indicates the unknown, but it also indicates our intuition and our psychic ability as well. So what this person in here has done is they've shut their heart off. They've shut their intuition off. They've shut their psychicness off. And this is all because of fear of the unknown, you know. But look at this. It's like they're living in a fog. It's this brain fog, you know, and they have the blindfold over their eyes as well. And the thing is here is it's like, you know, there's a saying, there's none so blind as those who will not see. That blindfold needs to be taken off. If you have a look, there's so much light around it. And this could actually be being blinded by the light. Now, it's Marianne Williamson that says that it's our light that frightens us more than our darkness does, you know? And it's like, well, who am I to live the life that I want to live? Who am I to be brilliant? Who am I to be gorgeous? Who am I to be happy? And that is who you were born to be. That is your God-given gift. Sorry, it's a delay from the thing that I had last week. It does affect my speech a little bit. So this is what it's saying, you know. It is the chance of happiness. It is the chance of having all of these things that you maybe even don't think that you deserve, that is actually more scary. So you're living in this dull place, you're living in this fog, and that is actually more comfortable than going out and into the light, because once you are into the light and once you have your freedom, then there's no restrictions. So can you see where I'm getting at there? It's actually it's the freedom that is sort of scary in some way. So with this, I really want you to start looking at it emotionally, you know. Follow your heart with this, you know. Follow your heart and follow your soul, because this is where you're being guided. And if you want to stay in this fog and you want to stay cut off from everything, where you don't really feel, you know, I mean, yes, when we feel, sometimes it's painful, but it's a way of releasing. And, you know, I want to say there, sorry, I'm getting in there, that the truth always sets you free, which that's quite strange. I've just got that because that's actually going to be mentioned in the next card. So this is about seeing the cold hard facts, you know, stopping any procrastination and actually saying, right, I need to tackle this. My life is going to be better with it, because living like this is no good. Living closed off, you know, you need to be open. And once you are open, this is when you will attract more beautiful things into your life, more beautiful people. When you are closed, you know, you are closing yourself off. You're not just protecting yourself from other people. You know, you are stopping yourself from having that, you know, the wonderful connection with other people. You know, that when you are open, the world is a much nicer place than when you are closed off and stuck in this fog. So that's the Two of Swords. So like I say, I did pull another card just for clarity, because we've already had that card and I don't want to just constantly repeat myself. So the Osho card, this card, I really, really love the imagery on this. If we see it, it's the card of compromise. Now, this goes very well with the card that we've just had, the Two of Swords, because this has quite a somber feel about it as well. The colours in it are quite murky. I don't know if you can see that. I mean, all of the other cards in the Osho deck are all very bright colours. You know, they're very bright, vibrant. But in this card, it's like two people have come to a compromise, okay? So, like I say, we have the two swords there. So they're crossed. There's this stalemate. And with this compromise, this is what I feel is exactly the same. When we compromise something, it means we are giving in. You know, very often it means we are giving in, and we are forced in some way to, sorry, my phone's just gone off there. We are forced in some way to not live our truth. Now, when we don't live our truth, and when this is the cause of somebody else, or when we're not living the truth because we feel that we can't, this is when resentment sets in. So if we look again at this card, you know, look at the figures in it. They're touching fingers there, but they're not holding hands. You know, they're not holding hands lovingly there. They are both still very guarded and suspicious of each other, you know. And if we have a look in their cloaks as well, they've both still got weapons there, you know, hidden. And they are ready to use them weapons when they need to. So can you imagine being around somebody, you know, you may even be in this situation, where you are constantly waiting for them to attack. You are constantly waiting to attack them. You're putting on this like smiley, brave face where everything is great, but deep down you don't trust you don't trust that person, and you don't trust them. You're watching them like you would watch an enemy here, you know. When we meet somebody halfway with this, that is fine. But to cave in and betray our own truth, that is not cool. It's not good. It's not a good way to live, and people will only respect our boundaries once we actually start to respect them ourselves. Compromise can often leave a bitter taste in your mouth. I mentioned the other day about not settling, being one of my mantras that guides me through life, you know, and that is because, I want you with the not settling. When you don't settle, this is because you know what you deserve. You are honoring your ability to live the life that you want, and not how others would want you to live it. There's no need to gain approval when you are living in your truth. When you are authentic and when you are true to yourself, that in turn allows you to be true to others. Now, many of you have seen when I actually finish the reading, I always say Satnam. Satnam is from the Kundalini Yoga school, and what it means, it's a greeting and a mantra, and whatever. It's beautiful. I love it. But what it means is Sat means truth and Nam means name. So when you're saying the words, before practice or on meeting somebody, or like I say at the end of these videos, what I'm basically saying is truth is my name. And it's sometimes very hard to live your truth and to speak your truth. But in doing so, if you don't live your truth and if you don't speak your truth, you are living a lie. And although you may try to hide this from yourself, you always know deep down. And this is with this card as well. Lying to yourself, you know the truth. You're just trying to block it out. So what I want to say with these cards is like, life is a gift. It can be hard at times, but it is so beautiful when you live in your truth, when you honor yourself. When you do this, your life changes beyond measure and you can then stand tall in any situation. I was speaking to somebody over the weekend and they were talking about a knowing. And when you know that you are doing what is right for you, then what anybody else says, it doesn't matter. And there's no need for this compromise, which keeps you stuck and keeps you green. The green in there is horrible. I really don't like this card. So this is reminding you that you need to follow your heart, exactly like I've said with the Two of Swords there. Be true to yourself. And like I say, when we are living in safe, a lot of people say, oh yeah, but I'm in love. And it's like, are you in love or are you just in safe? Because when we live a safe life, this keeps us restricted and it never ever pushes us forward as well. So when you compromise, you are failing to let your needs and desires be met or acknowledged, and we all deserve to be fulfilled within life. So Osho says about this, what I love about the Osho cards is there's always a little bit of Osho's wisdom comes in with them. And what Osho says around this is, sooner or later you will be able to understand that compromise is not going to help. And compromise may be a way of not going in either direction, or it may just be a repression of your confusion. It will assert itself. Never repress anything. Be clear-cut about your situation, and if you are confused, remember that you are confused. This will be the first clear-cut thing about you, that you are confused. You have started on your journey. So basically, it's stopping the pretense. It's stop trying to pretend that nothing's happening. Even if you don't know the answers or don't know which way to go, admit that to yourself and say, I am confused. Once you admit this, you are owning up to what is there. You are speaking your truth, and this is what will get you out of this mess that you're in. And this is what will help and move you forward. Okay, so pretty heavy to start a Monday morning with, but I love the way the two of them actually work together as well. So it's like, take your guard down, Don't compromise. Compromise is giving in. This is about going after what you want, and that is what you deserve, and actually being true to yourself and telling yourself this as well. So I hope you like them cards. It's absolutely great to be back. I've really, really missed this, and I've missed you all as well. My phone's just been quiet, and it hasn't kept beeping all the time with your messages. So I hope you like them. If anybody would like a reading with me, I have got availability this week, so please get in touch either via Facebook, the link is below, or email me at lovebuddhatarot@aol.co.uk. Please subscribe to my channel as well. Like I say, it's nice to see new subscribers coming all the time. And please, if you like these videos, please share them. I would appreciate your support. Like I say, this is just new. It's still in the early days, so it's about spreading the love and sort of dropping the penny in the well, I think, and then letting all the ripples go. So please, if you would like to support me, then please share these videos with your friends as well. So I'm really pleased to be back. I hope you're pleased to see me back as well. Please don't forget me when I haven't been here. And I will be back tomorrow with the card of today. Satnam.